was just over a year ago that HRAI modernized its strategic priorities to focus on 5 key areas. We are pleased to report that HRAI has performed nicely during that time, with most objectives either achieved or well in hand. We've added 100 new members. Record membership revenue levels have been achieved. We've experienced growth in our core educational programs, have expanded our national footprint, and will realize a significant surplus for the year. All in all, a very solid year for HRAI. We thank our members for their ongoing support. Let's get into the details. 1. Advocacy. We've heard clearly from members that we must do more with government and that we should play an active role in how our industry can help assist with the climate change agenda. We aggressively act as the voice of the industry through membership input, advancing key issues, and building trust with all levels of government. Federal changes. This year, HRAI took its advocacy efforts up a notch by making a formal submission with recommendations for the federal budget. This included provisions for industry personnel to get retrained on new technologies without compromising their current employment status and income. It included tax measures that make it attractive for business owners to make their buildings more energy efficient and lower in GHG emissions. And more than $1 billion was made available for municipalities to incentivize home energy retrofits, social housing improvements, and other programs that will feature HVAC upgrades. HRAI has also been in intensive discussions with Environment and Climate Change Canada about how the federal government should deploy the billions of dollars collected by the carbon tax. Programs aimed at assisting small and medium-sized businesses to lower their carbon footprint will be rolled out over the next year, and HRAI will be at the table to help ensure these programs work well for the industry. HRAI's work with NRCan on the energy efficiency file has yielded a number of positive outcomes. Amendments 15 and 16 to the federal energy efficiency regulations were announced as Canada moves towards harmonization with the U.S. Environmental impact. This year, the Refrigerant Management Canada, RMC, the award-winning environmental stewardship program administered by HRAI, has helped alleviate greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to 102,104 passenger vehicles driven for 1 year, or charging over 61 billion smartphones. Work across the provinces. The year also saw major breakthroughs in harmonizing regulations among provinces, a commitment to widespread adoption of heat pump technologies in British Columbia and Nova Scotia, as well as tackling a series of long-term regulatory annoyances in Ontario. These included reducing apprenticeship ratios to 1-to-1, addressing concerns around the Consumer Protection Act and the Employment Standards Act, improving boiler and pressure vessel regulations, as well as significant progress on reducing the cost and burden on HVAC workers, particularly for small business owners. This work will continue in the coming year as HRAI assists in designing an effective and sustainable alternative to the Ontario College of Trades. In order to continue to meet members' expectations for government and industry relations, HRAI is committing more resources to the effort by adding new personnel. One innovative concept in the works is having a role shared jointly by HRAI and AHRI to focus exclusively on government regulations and standards or codes affecting U.S.-based manufacturers selling their products in Canada. The creation of this role will enhance HRAI's capabilities in addressing these issues while making AHRI's involvement in Canadian regulatory issues more focused and cost-effective. 2. Membership. To compete and stay relevant long-term, HRAI must continue to build its value proposition and national scale. We are committed to better engaging members, growing satisfaction and engagement levels, and growing membership in all regions of Canada. Last year, over 200 members participated in committees, task force initiatives, and regional roundtable events. Membership Satisfaction Survey. The Satisfaction Survey is our meter on how we are doing. We survey members every 3 months. We are intent on hearing from you and acting on what we hear. We are continuously making strides in the right direction. Your feedback has indicated better communication and more government relations at the regional level. This is something we take very seriously. Improvements have been made in communications and outreach as well as government relations. Members Advantage programs. Our maps have gone through a few iterations over the years, which is part of our continuous improvement plan. The focus of the program is to offer more options and better value for members to choose and save. Increased growth. We are pleased to announce that as of June 30th, 2019, HRAI gained 7% more members than in the previous fiscal year. This is largely due to our expanded focus on better engaging members, more outreach, and improved communications. Similar growth levels are expected this year. 3. Culture and communication. At HRAI, we encourage and nurture a culture where staff, volunteers, members, and the board of directors work collectively to collaborate in building plans and solutions for the association. Our norms include hiring the right people, developing talent, establishing clear goals, tracking progress, celebrating successes, and holding people accountable to deliver against our objectives. We will broadly and transparently communicate key issues to members, collecting and utilizing data to improve. This year saw a greater focus on measuring initiatives to determine member communication, satisfaction, and outreach. By collecting this data, we are in a better position to gauge the association's successes and learn where to improve. We are also able to better identify the members that are key ambassadors of the association and those that need some extra attention to be more engaged with HRAI. In-person communication. HRAI has more than doubled our chapter and regional events this year, including events outside of Ontario. The sessions, whether they were roundtables, chapter, or regional events, have helped build new and better relationships with members across Canada, get first-hand accounts of what is meaningful to our members, and build more connections with other like-minded associations across Canada. Re-energizing committees. Over the past year, HRAI has re-energized or newly developed over 10 different task teams, committees, or advisory teams that are made up of members across Canada and HRAI staff. These groups tackle issues such as the new refrigerant landscape, annual conference speaker suggestions, skills and careers, member engagement, training course development, and more. This has helped HRAI focus a culture that is intensely member and customer focused and allows us to better engage members based on key industry issues. 4. Education and career development. As we plan for the future, we will ensure that HRAI continues to lead in education for all members and industry stakeholders to meet established and emerging standards and codes, as well as attracting prospective employees into the HVACR careers. Careers Committee. HRAI is excited to talk about the new and improved Careers Committee. In just over a year, the Careers Committee has refocused efforts, increased commitment to this initiative, and built more relationships with like-minded associations, such as Canadian Apprenticeship Forum. Some new initiatives taken include new promotional material, attendance at 4 trade shows, a relaunch of the Career Ambassador Initiative, and a move to use digital media to help promote careers to a digitally savvy audience. The Skills Ontario competition is Canada's largest skilled trade and technology competition, bringing together 70 trade and technology contest areas, over 2,400 student competitors, and 35,000 plus spectators over 3 days. HRAI's Skills Committee worked fervently on their 21st year of developing, organizing, and implementing the Heating Systems Technician competition that provided a satisfying, rewarding, and successful experience for the students. Education. HRAI took a new approach this fiscal year through outreach that helped increase the association's training initiative. A big win for HRAI this year was building and maintaining better relationships with our member wholesalers. Through their engagement to help promote and host HRAI training, the association saw a growth in the number of running training courses, especially outside of Ontario. HRAI boosted the number of training courses by 67% outside of Ontario compared to previous years. Guaranteed courses. HRAI is rolling out a new training campaign for fall 2019. There will no longer be a mandatory minimum number of attendees to run a course. Whether there is 1 attendee or 21 people registered for a scheduled course in Central, Eastern, or Western Canada, the course will run. 5. Business fundamentals. Maintaining the financial strength of the association is paramount to our long-term viability. We continue to focus on building member value, growing and diversifying revenues, and ensuring effective spending. We are also investing to grow as new opportunities develop. Our financial position remains strong, giving us the flexibility to invest and grow as opportunities present themselves. Joint progress. We are significantly more effective as a result of our work with other associations. These include the Canadian Institute of Plumbing and Heating, the Continental Automated Buildings Association, the Canadian Institute of Energy Training, the Canada Green Building Council, and Efficiency Canada, as well as many others. CMPX. HRAI is proud of the Canadian Mechanical and Plumbing Expo, known in the industry as CMPX. This biennial event brings in 14,000 plus registrants across Canada, 500 plus exhibitors in the HVACR and plumbing industry, and experts from all over North America. With fresh new faces on the CMPX committee, we are heading into the 2020 CMPX show year with greater stamina. In conclusion, this past year has been a stellar year for HRAI. Our government relations position has never been stronger. We set a new record high for membership revenues. We have more strategic partners than ever, and we are investing in better service for our membership base. Through our quarterly membership surveys, we track your feedback, and in the coming year, we will strive to grow satisfaction levels, improve communications, and tell your story with government. Thank you for your ongoing support.